Hey innovators and creators, have you ever wondered, why do some people accomplish more in 12 weeks than most do in a year? In the 12-Week Year by Moran and Michael Lennington, we learn it's not time that holds us back, it's how we use it. Today, in part 2 of our journey, we'll dive deep into the habits, mindset shifts, and real-life strategies that help high performers execute faster and better. If you missed part 1, where we broke down the foundation of the 12-week system, be sure to tap the I button above and catch up before diving into this part. From Elon Musk's laser focus to Michelle Obama's weekly discipline, these chapters show how to think clearer, act faster, and finish stronger. Welcome back to Read with Joy, where books spark bold change. Let's plan smarter, commit deeper, and grow together. Let's begin. Chapter 11, Intentional Imbalance. Why is balance not always ideal? Because trying to balance everything equally dilutes focus. Extraordinary results need intentional imbalance. Elon Musk is a perfect example of intentional imbalance, choosing to go all in on one mission, even if everything else takes a back seat. In SpaceX's early days, Musk worked non-stop, sleeping in the factory and using his own savings to keep the company alive. He didn't ignore rest or relationships forever. He just knew SpaceX needed his full focus to survive. That sacrifice helped turn a struggling startup into a global leader in space travel. Lesson: focused imbalance at the right time can produce extraordinary results. Chapter 12, The Execution System. Why don't plans turn into results? Because there's no structure guiding daily execution. Systems convert goals into consistent actions. IKEA didn't become a global giant by chasing every big idea. It focused on executing one system, flawlessly. From flat-pack designs to self-service stores, every detail was built for consistency and scale. That system powered low costs, smooth logistics, and a repeatable customer experience worldwide. Instead of reinventing the wheel, IKEA did what worked again and again. It proves that great execution, not scattered ideas, creates lasting global impact. Lesson: execution systems turn ideas into reality, consistently and globally. Chapter 13, Establish Your Vision. Why do we lose motivation midway? Because we lack a vivid vision that pulls us forward. Clarity of purpose activates daily resolve. Yunus didn't wait for the system to change. He imagined a new one. While banks ignored the poor, he saw a world where even the most vulnerable could access credit and dignity. That vision became Grameen Bank, offering small loans without collateral, sparking a global microfinance movement. His clear, human-centered vision reshaped lives and earned a Nobel Peace Prize. Yunus shows that bold visions don't just inspire, they build new realities. Lesson: a clear, meaningful vision turns daily actions into global change. Now think, which do you need to work on first? Sharpening your focus, creating a system, or clarifying your vision? Comment below with the one shift you'll make this week. Chapter 14, Develop Your 12-Week Plan. Why do most goals stay as ideas? Because they aren't broken down into weekly actions. Clarity in planning turns hopes into milestones. Michelle Obama didn't wait for the perfect moment to write Becoming. She built a system. With a packed schedule, she broke the big task into weekly goals, one chapter, one story at a time. She treated writing like a project, not a passion sprint, staying focused, consistent, and intentional. That structure turned her vision into a best-selling book that touched millions. Michelle's process proves that big dreams move forward, one clear step at a time. Lesson: weekly planning transforms overwhelming goals into achievable steps. Chapter 15, Installing Process Control. Why do we stray from our plans so easily? Because we don't have controls to guide and correct us. Regular review and correction prevent drift. Samsung didn't rise by luck, it rose through process control. In the 1990s, it shifted from a budget brand to a global leader by tightening every system. From real-time feedback to quality checks, Every step was tracked and improved. Engineers used data, not guesswork, and mistakes were caught early, not late. Samsung shows that smart systems, not just hard work, turn big goals into world-class results. Lesson: process control ensures quality, consistency, and steady improvement. Chapter 16, Keeping Score. Why don't we feel progress even when we work hard? Because we rarely track our real performance. Scorekeeping creates visibility and momentum. Sachin Tendulkar didn't just play cricket, he measured it. From practice to matches, he tracked every detail: focus, technique, even how bowlers challenged him. This constant feedback helped him adjust, improve, and stay sharp for over 2 decades. He treated every session like a test, not relying on talent but on data and discipline. Sachin's greatness came from tracking growth, not just chasing centuries. Lesson: what you measure, you master. Tracking builds champions. Think again. Are you making steady progress or just staying busy? What will you start measuring this week to stay on track? Chapter 17, Take back control of your day. Why does time always slip away? Because we let distractions and others set our schedule. Own your calendar or it will own you. Angela Merkel led through crisis, not with chaos, but with control. Her secret wasn't just strategy, it was time discipline. She protected her schedule, made space to think, and avoided distractions. By owning her time, she stayed calm, clear, and focused under pressure. Merkel shows that real leadership starts by taking control of your day. Lesson: time management is self-leadership. Own your hours to own your outcomes. Chapter 18, Taking ownership. Why do results feel outside our control? Because we blame circumstances instead of owning outcomes. Responsibility reclaims power and progress. Nick Vujicic was born without arms or legs, but he didn't let that define him. Instead of asking, "Why me?" he asked, "What can I do now?" He took full ownership of his life, learning to swim, surf, and speak to millions worldwide. Nick turned pain into purpose, not by waiting, but by acting. His story proves that success begins when you take full responsibility, no matter the odds. Lesson: ownership turns obstacles into platforms for growth. Chapter 19, 12-week commitments. Why do we fail to follow through? Because vague intentions lack measurable commitment. Specific commitments build personal integrity. Neeraj Chopra didn't become India's Olympic gold medalist by chance. He trained in focused bursts. Before Tokyo 2020, Neeraj committed to a strict training block, months of intense physical and mental preparation. Every throw, every drill, every meal was planned with precision. He wasn't training casually. He was all in, with no distractions. Neeraj's gold medal wasn't just about talent. It was the result of deep focus, timed effort, and total commitment. Lesson: short, intense commitments fuel lasting greatness. Now reflect on this. What's one area of your life where you'll take full ownership and commit to change for the next 12 weeks? Chapter 20, Your First 12 Weeks. Why is starting the hardest part? Because fear and perfectionism delay action. Progress begins with one imperfect cycle. E. Sridharan didn't build the entire Delhi metro overnight. He began with a clear, focused first phase. In the early months, he prioritized just a few crucial kilometers, planned with military precision and executed without delays. Those first 12 weeks set the tone: tight deadlines, zero corruption, and total accountability. The initial success built trust and momentum, paving the way for a world-class metro system. Sridharan proved that when the first phase is disciplined, the whole vision becomes possible. Lesson: don't wait to be ready. Start your first imperfect 12 weeks now. Chapter 21, Final Thoughts and the 13th Week. Why do we forget to rest and reflect? Because we chase results without pause. Recovery sustains performance long-term. When Satya Nadella became CEO of Microsoft, he didn't rush in with drastic changes. He paused to reflect. He spent time listening, learning, and realigning the company's culture before shifting strategy. That thoughtful reset helped Microsoft move from stagnation to innovation. Instead of pushing harder, Nadella built in space to reflect and refocus. His story proves that real transformation begins not with speed, but with clarity and reflection. Lesson: reflection and rest are not pauses. They're part of the process. That's a wrap on the 12-week year, a playbook for turning big dreams into bold results, 12 weeks at a time. If this sparked a new way of thinking, explore 40+ more life-changing book summaries at www.readwithjoy.in or reach out to get a physical copy. From Elon Musk to Michelle Obama, from Nick Vujicic to Verghese Kurien, each story shows us that clarity, ownership, and focused execution can change everything. And here's your final reflection question. If you had only 12 weeks to hit your biggest goal, what would you do differently starting today? Comment below. We'd love to hear your action plan. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss our next book-powered breakthrough. Thanks for watching here on Read with Joy, where ideas become action and books spark bold change. Until next time, keep showing up and keep growing.